Everybody, it's Micah. I am coming to you today to give you a little bit of a tutorial, super quick. Sorry, I'm going to take my sweatshirt off before I film this and I forgot. I wasn't really planning on doing a tutorial today, but I've been organizing all my supplies and I came across these little vintage gift tags that fold over like this that when I was a kid, these would be taped on the packages with, to Micah from Santa or whatever. Well, these were in a batch of vintage wrapping paper that I got from a local thrift store a little while back. And I found them and I was like, oh, these would make adorable little notebooks. Now, if you guys remember, I mentioned previously, I don't actually do a lot of like Christmas themed stuff. So these are actually going to go in some happy mail that I am working on getting together to send out to people who hopefully will use and love them. I thought these would be a great little tuck in a Christmas journal, or maybe a little list you can carry in your purse or pocket even to write down, Micah wants scrapbooking paper, that sort of thing, just to help keep you online, in line for your Christmas shopping. So I did these in two different ways. I went ahead and made two up, but I will show you how I made these. It's super quick and simple. This is just coffee dyed paper from my scrap bin. And this one I sewed the signature in. I don't know if you can see. I just used 2 holes and some upholstery thread, which is just this right here, which I will use for the tutorial. And just sewed that in. So there's that one. This one, I wanted to give it a shot. Let me find the center. I sewed this one on my sewing machine, straight down the center, using the longest stitch I had. That way, I didn't really want them to be super perforated, but you could tear pages out of this one if you really wanted to. But I thought they both turned out really cute. So let's get going. I think they have 10, there's 5 pieces of paper folded over. So there are 10 sheets in each of these. And they seem a little bit thick. So this time I just cut 3 pieces. These tags measure about 3 by 3.5, I believe. Wrong side. So about 3 by 2 when folded. So, sorry, I can't get that in there. As you can see, I wrote down this is my little scratch paper I glue on and stuff. I have a whole stack of these from my old sewing business, pattern pieces. But as you can see here, I wrote 2.5 by 3.5 for my pages. So these are 2.5 by 3.5, and then fold them in half. Super simple. I'm just going to use this card to crease them. I don't have a bone folder, so I just use a card. It works. Then you take your upholstery thread and you want to cut the length of thread at least 3 times as long as the item itself. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I always do a little bit extra for good measure, just because that's how I roll. Put that up. I'm going to set that right there. We're going to take these and stick them. Hopefully I am staying. I'm trying really hard to stay in frame, you guys. And I'm just kind of trying to get them about centered. Another thing I don't have is an awl. I do, however, have a seam ripper, and it works. So I just kind of eyeball it, and I go in. It's about 1/2 inch or so, and just poke all the way through. It's really easy. These are not very thick, so it's not super big deal. You don't have to get fancy with your binding clips and stuff like you do when you're doing a journal. Excuse me. And then again, just eyeballing through about the same and poke. You can set that aside. Got my needle here. This is just, I don't know if you can see, it's just a large eye needle that I had in my stash. thread. Oops. Pull it through. I usually start on the inside, just the way I do it. I know you can start on the outside and you could leave a little extra and like hang some charms or something, but that seems like a little bit much for something this small and simple. But I don't know, it might be cute. I might play with that idea. So anyways, you want to keep, well, first of all, you don't want to do what I just did, which is pull your thread all the way through the hole, because then you just have to start from scratch and do it again. So here we go. You want to leave a good amount hanging out, okay? I don't know if you can see that. I have a nice big tail. I'm just going to grasp it with my hand. And then I come through and find your hole on the back and poke it through. Now, as you can see here, I poked through and I got through 2 of my pages, but not my 3rd. So I just find my hole. There you go, all the way through. Hold this. I'm just kind of holding it between my thumb and my finger to hold it taut. Pull through and then just make it nice, you know, make it nice and tight, but not so tight that you're ripping the paper. Then cross over and go back through this side. Okay. Now, as you can see, that loosens up in there, which is fine because we're pulling it tight, right? Pull it nice and tight. And then we come back through one more time. Again, this might be overkill. You could probably get away with just running through here once for something like this. It's not going to have a ton of wear and tear and things like that. I'm just kind of going with what I know, which is to do it this many times. Now, so we're done with our needle. Let's put that away. This is one of those instances where I think you need 3 hands, okay? So you just tie a knot in the center. I just hold it with my other finger. I'm not the most coordinated person in the world, as you can see. So sometimes it takes me a second. And then just pull it down. And I double knot at least usually, just to make sure that it's gonna stay. And then trim your threads. Throw them in the trash. And there you go. Like literally, you're done. That's the whole shebang. Now, these are probably, I would say from the 60s or 70s would be my guess based on the decoration. And so they have like the gold and stuff. I think they're really pretty like this. But one thing that I thought that I might do on this one is to embellish it a little bit. So one second, let me grab some lace. Okay, here we go. This is some, I want something really thin because this is not very big and I don't want to overpower it. So let's do this one, okay? I'm just gonna cut a length here. Right over there. I'm actually gonna put it on the inside of the cover just so that it will kind of peek out like that. So I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna grab my Fabri-Tac. This stuff's pretty awesome. I try and use it pretty sparingly though. Just put, I don't think you even need a real big line, just a thin line along the inside cover. And then your flat edge, just go like this. And that'll help smooth out that wrinkle there too. I probably should have ironed it, but it is what it is. It's fine. So there's that. The Fabri-Tac will dry on its own really nicely, of course. Oh yeah, I think that's cute. What do you guys think? Just little, simple, great little tuck. Super quick to make. You can probably find these really honestly pretty easily if you're looking, especially this time of year in thrift stores at the Christmas sections and stuff. I bet you can find these. They would also be obviously really easy to make with just some pieces of cardstock and, you know, and your own little graphics or collaging or something on there. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. So we've got these 3. that I did so far. I'm going to do the rest of them, and I'm going to send them out in some Happy Mail for the holidays. So I hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I've got lots more little stuff like this coming up. And please tell your friends about me if you like what you're seeing me come up with so far. I know this is only like my 4th video, but I'm rolling full steam ahead, you guys. I'm really enjoying this. So anyways, have a great afternoon, or it's afternoon here. So have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.